'Tis but thy name that is my enemy.
What's in a name?
How about another question? What's in our names? Our means all of us as a species, the humans, and names means all the ways we call ourselves.
Manushya,
Humanidades.
Insaniyat,
Manida
These are our names in just a few of the 7,000 languages we speak. We have been named many times by religion, philosophy, science, and most of all, imagination. Scientists named us Homo sapiens, wise men, and then went ahead to discover and name other humans as upright man, handyman, and most famously, man from Neanderthal. All of them are extinct except us. Plato called us a featherless bipedal with flat nails, and Aristotle called us a rational animal. We have been named as man either after German myth of Manus or after the Indian myth of Manu. We have been called Admi after Semitic myth of Adam, and Mard after the word for mortal in Old Persian. Some believe that the technology will transform us into Homo Deus, godlike man, provided we survive into the future. Will we still be called human even without human body? Will a non-human be called human for human-like intelligence? These tales about our names put together our big story. Before we get to that story, we must understand what it means to be benaming human. How names of humanity define us. Before what's in our names comes what are our names, and before that, what are names? A name is the word or words that a person, thing, or place is known by. Names of humanity are common nouns like mouse or cat, unlike proper names like Tom or Jerry. Are names by nature or by convention? Octopus means eight-legged, which it is. Anteater indeed eats ants. And blobfish is a fish which is just a blob outside water. These are the names at least partly based on nature. Names are also based on conventions. Take the word turkey for example. English named it turkey because they confused it with an African guinea fowl brought by Turks. Turks named it Indian fowl because Columbus confused North America, where turkey is originally from, with India. Indians called it Peru because that was from where it was brought by Portuguese. Meanwhile, Dutch named it after the Indian port city of Calicut, and when they imported it to Indonesia, it was named as Dutch chicken. Arabs named it after Rome, Egyptians after Greece, and Greeks after France. These conventional names may not tell anything about the nature of the bird, but they certainly tell a great deal about the history of its trade. Whether based on convention or on nature, names can tell a lot. So, what are our names? In English it is human, right?
I'm only human after all.
Every human being who ever was.
It's one small step for man.
Is mankind evolving?
Homo sapiens have outgrown their use.
These are the names with which we call ourselves the most in English. We can simplify the list and perhaps add anthropo to it. Though it is Greek, but it is widely used to refer us. So which one of these names are natural and which one are conventional? Homo sapiens is our scientific name and closest to what can be considered as a natural name. This name is from scientific perspective and it identifies us as a species. The key word here is evolution, which explains how living things change and all life is related. The name Homo sapiens is just how science classifies us as one of the incalculable number of species. Man, human, and anthropo are our literary names and can be considered as conventional names. These names, from linguistic perspective, identifies us as a people. the mythical children of either heavens or earth or apes. The keyword here is etymology, which explains how words change and how languages are related. Our conventional names are just how we imagine ourselves through our collective myths in our languages. There is a third category which is reserved for whatever name humanity will assume in future. Let's call this artificial name. If we survive ourselves, we will certainly be not human as we know it. We will be post-human. This is the placeholder name from technological perspective and identifies us as an intelligence among several others of both types, biological and non-biological. The keyword here is engineering, which explains how we will manipulate science and technology to redefine the traditional meanings of life and sentience. Our future name depends on how far technology takes us beyond our carbon-based life form and our brain-based intelligence. These three categories of names represent 3 episodes of our story in time: our collective past, present, and future. The first phase starts 2.3 million years ago when earliest humans appeared. There were at least 7 different types of humans who made stone tools, controlled fire, wore clothes, developed speech, and indulged in art. By the end of it, only one type of human remained: Homo sapiens. The second phase starts 12,000 years ago when we started agriculture. That is when we settled down, mastered languages, started trade, and invented from wheel to industry. By the end of it, we transformed from a bunch of nomadic tribes to one global civilization. The third phase starts in 1945 with the first nuclear explosion. We have just taken our first steps into this space, decoded our DNA, automated the industry, started information revolution, and we are on the verge of creating artificial intelligence. Geologists might prefer to see this division of time as the newest epoch or Pleistocene, the entirely new epoch or Holocene, and the epoch of human or Anthropocene. These epochs define 3 episodes of the human story, which is to be told through its names. How our natural name defines us as a species in the light of evolution and science, and how it chronicles our quest of becoming human. How our conventional names picture us as people as seen through etymology and languages, and how do they outline our experience of being human. How our artificial name will identify us as an intelligence reinvented using engineering and technology, and how it speculates our reach to go beyond human. These next 3 episodes will further explore the way we have been benaming human as overviewed in this episode. This is a series of 4 videos which attempts to tell the story of humanity in its names.